Hello viewers, welcome to today's episode of Women's View. My name is Anne Moremi, I'm your host, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you a happy new year 2019. May this year be favorable to you and may it bring a lot of newness and goodness into your life. Thank you so much for joining us. This show is interactive, and please feel free to interact with us. You can do so via Facebook because the show is on Facebook Live. But you can also send us a message on our SMS line. The number to use is 21144. We're so happy that you're joining us this morning. As usual, in studio, I've got a very, very special guest, and today's topic is going to be very interesting. Before I tell you what the topic is, I'd like the guest to introduce herself. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Anne. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, viewers.
Yes.
My name is Josephine Irungu, HR by profession.
Mm-hmm.
I work for Prestine HR Engine as the lead consultant, though a CEO and founder of Prestine HR Engine.
Yes.
And I would like to wish you and the viewers and everyone behind the cameras a very happy new year, and may God clothe you with his grace.
Amen. Thank you so much. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We are very happy to have you.
Thank you.
So viewers, today we have a guest who is a CEO and founder of her own company. And as she said, she's in the HR industry. So today's topic is career women, and Josephine is a career woman. So we're going to talk about career women. We're going to just break down that whole title, see what it means. And I'm so happy that the person who will help us do that is a career woman herself. Welcome. And
Thank
a
you
very proud one to be, for that matter.
By God's grace.
By God's grace.
By God's grace, yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself,
Okay.
and especially in terms of your career, your career growth, so that it can be very in line with like today's topic. Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much, Anne.
You're
and nice to
welcome.
see you one more time.
Thank you.
How about we start defining who is a career woman before even Josephine talking about herself being a career woman?
Yes.
Because a career woman, for me, I will define a career woman as someone who is pursuing something for the living.
Ah, someone who is pursuing something.
For the living.
For the living.
For her living, his living.
Oh, you mean like
to bring back, impacting the society, income, because of course by the time you're getting income, there's a way you're impacting your society, the people living around you, your family, your relatives, the place of work, and all that. So coming to Josephine, Josephine is a career woman.
Yes, and I like that definition, because you know what, it's what I've come to learn from this show just by interacting with some very great women.
Yes.
One of the women that I interviewed said that money is a byproduct of success.
Yes, 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 yes.
So it's a career woman, you said, is somebody who does something for a living.
Yes.
Something.
Yes.
Okay.
Something for a living.
Something
you are
for a
pursuing something for
a living.
For a living.
Okay, fine. Fantastic.
Yes.
That's a very broad way of looking at it. That is good.
Yes, that's good. Yes. So Josephine is a career woman. Yes. How? Career, this is where you find yourself identifying what you want to pursue.
Okay.
And earlier on, when we were discussing with you, I told you people have associated a career woman or a career philosophy negatively.
Exactly.
Negatively. So that for you to hear a career woman, this is someone who is proud. This is someone who cannot be told anything. These are big-headed. Whereas that's not the thing.
Actually, that is a complete anomaly.
Yes.
Because if you're successful, it is very unlikely that you don't listen.
Yes.
Because
that's how it is perceived.
It's perceived, but it's not correct.
Yes, it's not correct.
Okay.
And again, it takes someone's ability to get to know it's not correct.
It does, yes.
It does. Because if you are weak and you have a negative attitude, you'll be like, I don't think that's for those people who have already made it in life.
Exactly.
But for me, I'll call a career woman someone who is pursuing something for the living. And now, Josephine, yes, I'm a mother. Okay?
Yes.
So I'll bring in mothers into being in terms of their career.
Exactly.
They are pursuing that. But you see, no career has been pursued that you have to go to school for you to learn. Yes, you'll go to school for you to learn. But do you know even housewives, even house girls are career women?
Oh, really?
Yes.
actually, I wanted to, that's, this topic is very interesting. First, it's mostly interesting for me, forgetting about
For you.
Yes, because when you say somebody who does something for a living,
Yes.
and then immediately after that you bring in motherhood.
Yes.
I'm a mother also, and would you say that motherhood is something you do for a living? Oh no, you're saying for the living.
For the living.
Actually, you know, when you use they and I,
It's different. It's
meaning.
different.
Who's somebody, a career woman is somebody who does something for the living.
For the living.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, then if you're
A mother, yes, because
it
for
makes you a
how do
career
you
woman.
provide? A housewife is a career woman.
Yes.
That's her field.
I know,
because
and
there are
I'm
those
happy to hear
there are
that.
those women who are already housewives from morning to evening in the house, perfecting
Yes.
their territory.
Yes.
For those who are married, yeah, they've been left, they've been given the mandate by the husband to make sure that they pursue that. They make sure the house chores are done properly, the children are fed, they go to school,
Yes.
the house chores and so forth. It's done well. So by the time the husband is coming back home, he's entering into his territory and will be like, aha, this was done perfectly.
And for him
So it's
and the
about you.
children.
That's your career. Because I wouldn't want, and this is my, I may be controversial, but I don't look at it, a career woman is someone who has really gone to school to study.
Because
to do
you've also,
engineering.
because you have also talked about the fact that a house help
yes.
is a career
Yes.
woman.
Is a
Please
career
elaborate.
Now-
She's doing something for the living. I think that
Yes.
that description I think takes care of everybody.
Reason
right?
being, a housewife is someone who has been mandated to do something in that house.
Yes.
All right, by the employers, by the bosses, because they will leave in the morning, but they will leave this house in custody of this particular, a house girl or a house help, could be even a house boy anyway, or even a gardener. So it's a matter of this particular person perfecting what they are doing because they have wages or they have salary.
Exactly.
They are paid, there's a reward.
There's a
because
reward,
again,
yeah.
money is a product of
Success.
success.
But now when you're a mother, are you paid, for example?
That's the best job, my dear.
Okay. The payment
That's
may
the
not be
best job.
financial.
Yes,
Okay.
it's not always something that is monetary.
Yes.
But how
The
are you
payment can be
impacting the
good.
people you are living with? Because more or less, eventually, there's a way you'll get the payment or rather the reward in monetary form.
Yeah. That's
But
true.
let money not come first at
Yes.
times. Let there be an impact. How do you want to impact the people you are living with? If you are a house girl, how do you want to impact the children that you have been given custody
Yes.
by the parents?
If you're a nanny, if you're a
If you are a nanny, exactly. If you are a teacher, if you are you are in nursing, if you are a nurse,
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, let your attitude, let your first thing be, I want to impact. I want to better this particular person that I'm interacting with.
That's
I want to
right.
better what I'm doing. I want to better my skill.
Yes.
Eventually, that will come with a reward. That will come with monetary reward.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, another thing that you said that was very interesting is that you do not have to go to school to be a career woman.
Yes.
Please elaborate.
That's my definition.
because all this
That's
is
my
very
definition.
new.
You don't need to have an MBA.
Yeah, but
for you to
schooling
be
is
a
not just
career
an
woman.
MBA.
Because people have really defined, how can I say, they have tainted the career woman, the career, the career thing. They have
Yeah,
tainted that.
they have, yeah.
For me, I don't think you need to go to school, correct. But what about those who are unfortunate? I mean, those who can't really make it to go to school.
For example, I have an example. For example, my grandma. My grandma is unschooled. I say unschooled because I think that when I say uneducated, it is a huge,
Yes,
disadvantage to her
Yes.
because she is somebody who does something for the living and
Yes.
for a living.
Yes.
She's got a farm which she manages, but she's got a bank account where money comes in,
And she
everything.
understands how to operate.
She understands how to operate,
Yes.
but she cannot read. Neither can she write. So
But
that's
she can
why I
count
say
money.
she's money. Let me tell you, you cannot,
she can be
you cannot go
strategic.
away with her shilling.
And she can be strategic.
She's a
Yes,
planner.
exactly.
Do you call her a career woman?
For me, I will call her a career woman.
You know what? I need to have a conversation with her, by the way, and tell her that she's a career woman because I don't think she knows, or she has that perception of herself. But anyway, that's some homework.
And that's
for
why
me
when
to
we
do.
started, I said,
Yes.
career, it's what you are pursuing.
What
It's what you pursue.
Yes.
For your success. It's
Yes.
what you pursue.
What
For
you
me,
pursue.
that's how I'll define it.
Okay.
Yes, and the reason being, the society has really tainted that.
Yes.
Yeah, you look at the nanny. What was the example? The nanny.
The nanny and
yeah,
the
you
house
look.
help.
Yes, and the house help, because that's what they want to perfect. Some of them have reached Form 4. There are those who
Yes.
have degrees.
Yes, that's
and they're
correct.
And they're house girls.
Yes.
Or they're house helps. They're house
Yes.
managers. You see, but where is that degree taking them? Because at times there are no jobs out there.
They aren't, yes.
Yeah, but they want to earn that living. Some of them have families. Some of them are strong mans.
Yes.
there's so known single moms.
Yes.
Thank God there's a woman of God who taught me that single moms are not single moms, they're strong moms.
Strong moms.
Since then,
yes.
I call the single women as strong women, strong
Yes,
moms,
strong
because they are
moms.
strong in what they are doing.
That's
so you'll find this particular nanny perfecting what she's doing, because now she pursues that as a career. And where am I coming from? I have reached my destination in the definition now.
Yes.
Because you need to perfect what you are doing and have a vision of what you are doing.
Yes.
You are a house help.
Yes.
But are you thinking of opening a kindergarten? Are you thinking of opening a child care center? Are you thinking of opening a bureau? What's
Yes.
the bureau, the house girls bureau?
Yes.
So that you are now a director of a certain, you're bringing other house girls together.
Yes.
That's where your career path should
And
lead you.
interestingly enough, I have actually interviewed a lady who started as a house help, but she perfected the art so much.
Where is she now?
She's a trainer of house helps. She's a trainer of people who, the cleaners in
Yes.
companies. And you know, she also still does the work of being a house help. And when she comes to your house, oh my God, you need to ask me for her contact.
I will.
Because
I will
she
after this show.
organizes you so well.
She perfected.
She has perfected the art of being a house help, and she's grown in it so much that it's amazing. So
Yes.
actually, I am beginning to really appreciate. But you know what? I feel that we need to discuss the other side of it, which is the reality. What do people, when you talk about a career woman, what comes to people's minds? Because what you're saying is not what comes to people's minds. This is what you,
Thanks
works
God
for
this
you,
show. Yes.
and you're now trying to educate us about this thing that you have had a revelation about. But how does society, what comes to mind when somebody says career woman?
What comes to mind is that person is proud.
Proud.
Proud. The person
Maybe
has got the
successful.
ego. Yes, successful, of course. And at times, someone successful has been associated with pride, which is not the case.
Yes.
As I said earlier, this is someone who has been perceived that is big-headed. You can't tell her anything, which is not true. Just get to know the person.
Maybe does it also mean if you're not making a lot of money, do people see you as a career woman?
It has already been tainted. So
That's what I'm saying.
It calls upon you understanding, are you a career woman? And thank God for the show,
Yes.
because the viewers will now get to know what a career woman is.
And then also, you see, you're also bringing in a very interesting perspective, because when people talk about career women, they actually talk about them only in one dimension.
One dimension.
Maybe if you're
Learned.
if you're learned, and
You are a
maybe you're
lawyer.
an accountant, you're a lawyer, an engineer,
You're
an
someone in
architect,
technology. You are
you're
tech.
a technocrat. It leaves so many women. You know, first of all, those jobs are good. But you can only have so many there.
Yes.
And there's so many other jobs that are not there. What about if the lady is a driver?
How many drivers do we
There
have?
are so
Uber.
many.
Many.
And you
some
see,
have
it's
even
like-
been brought on national TV.
I know.
They are Uber drivers. Those are career women.
So you see that definition that is one track and very blue collar sort of leaves out so many women.
Exactly.
And so many women feel like they're not career women.
They're
But
not career
actually,
women.
from your definition, a lot of people then actually are career women and need
They
to
are.
see themselves as such.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And the career thing is, for you to be a career woman, you need to have a vision.
Okay.
Because career comes with vision. What's your career path? Yeah, the example that we used of a nanny, what's her vision after 5 years, 10 years? Is she going to be a nanny for all those years? She needs to think outside the box. That's all about her career. What you are pursuing, perfect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a
Plan
lawyer.
for it,
You are a lawyer. Will you be in government? Will the government be your employer forever? No.
Yeah, and actually when you
get
talk
now?
about it that way, you actually can see people who are learned but who don't have a vision.
Yes.
And you can also see a lady who we call Mama Mboga
Yes.
with a vision.
With a vision.
And you would then actually be more comfortable to say the Mama Mboga is a career woman and the other lawyer is not. Sorry to use the
They're not
no
watching you.
pun intended.
They're not. They're
I
not
have so
watching
many
you.
lawyer friends.
You find Mama Mboga is a career woman in this sense, looking at the definition that I gave, yeah?
Yes.
This is someone, as long as she has a vision, she will be a career woman.
Yes.
Yeah? Because she will leave from a career woman to a grocery
Yes.
that he has maybe lots and lots of vegetables,
Yes.
fruits and so forth, to a
Yes.
supermarket.
Yes.
So where is her vision 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What is it that, because she is pursuing. And for you to pursue, you must have a few values and virtues along the way.
Exactly.
Look at the attitude.
Yes.
It starts with you.
Yes.
How is your attitude towards your business? That is giving you the income.
Exactly. Are you just
giving it back? Are you happy? Are you blessing it? Are you smiling at your business?
Are you making it grow?
Are you making it grow?
Yes.
So what's your vision as a career woman? That's why I told you, every woman is a career woman. They just need to understand who they are.
Yeah.
And it starts with your understanding. As Anne, do you know who you are? Because looking at how you started until where you are at GBS, you didn't know you were a career woman.
No, because you see, first of all, my understanding of career is so narrow-minded because it is associated with, number one thing. So you even find yourself, if you're that kind of a person, and this affects and applies to so many people, you go to school and study engineering.
Yes.
You live there, you look for an engineering job, or maybe you don't even want an engineering job. When you are there, you realize it's not your thing, but you
are pushed by your parents.
Yeah, you finished. Then you come out, and then you become, you get a job. You get a job. You get a job maybe in a bank.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times people remain in their bank, and then now they say their career is banking, yet their education is not. So, okay, is there a relationship between what you study and what you do, or not? When it comes to career women?
There is a thin relationship because
it's thin.
It's very
mild,
thin.
not major.
Because again, for me, it goes back to your mind.
Yeah.
Your mentality about what you studied.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why you find it's good to pursue certification or professional certifications.
Yes.
Yeah, not really like education. Yeah, you'll find you studied engineering, but what professional certifications have you done? Have you done after that? Because that just opens up your mind. That just gives you that mind, argumentative mind, analytical, and so forth.
Yes.
Yeah. How can you really analyze one thing from the other? Because you'll find you did engineering, but you're in banking industry. But what are you learning from the banking industry that you learned from engineering?
Yeah, well, it must be something that you can.
There must be something that, and again, communication. It helps you communicate. It helps you bring up 1 plus and 1 plus 1, not 11, it's 2.
And
as
in
we
fact,
were told anyway.
And anyway, as we were told when you got our degrees, now you have the power to read.
You have the power.
It's like this was all preparation.
We have not
to be able to give you the power to read. So what you read was not it. Yes. It was just a foundation.
No, go to the market and perfect it.
Go to the market and perfect it.
Yes.
And use what you've learned to figure out something new that can work for you.
And I'll give you an example of a mechanic. Most of the mechanics are pursued, they didn't finish school, or some even didn't go to school.
Yes.
That's how they're pursued, they're perceived,
yes.
But you'll find that there are those who have done even engineering, in something.
In school,
yeah. In school, but you'll find that they are now doing mechanic job.
Yes.
That's my mechanic. But you find this is a mechanic who works on my car. This is someone who reached like a class 4. But until now, he has done several odd jobs.
Yes.
But what he's doing now as a mechanic, he's perfecting that.
Yes.
But the question is, what's his vision?
Yeah.
Is he going to live as a mechanic in the same garage?
Yes.
He should be looking at his vision, opening his own garage, and sitting, directing people, mentoring other mechanics, mentoring those who will not finish school like he did not, or those who have already graduated, or they have gone to school up till high school or college and so forth, and mentoring them to be the perfect mechanic.
Exactly. And you know
so
what?
It is about your vision. That's where the career path comes to play.
Yes.
And as a career woman, look at the bigger picture.
Yes.
What you are doing now, is that what you want to pursue? Or you want to do it small by small? Today I'm a nanny, tomorrow I'll be in a supermarket, tomorrow I'll be in this, tomorrow I'll be this. But get to know, who are you? Where is your passion? What's your purpose?
Yes. And you know, taking you back to that mechanic story, if you actually are able to sit down and come up with a vision and a strategy, if you feel like that your lack of education, for example, if you went up to class 4, is a hindrance to you, that can also be incorporated into your vision.
Yes.
And you see, if you grow and you employ more people to work for you in your garage, what are you going to do? You're going to free your time.
Exactly. You learn from them.
When you have free time, you can go back to school and get this certification, even if it's just for your self-esteem or whatever, so that you are able to also know that you went to class 8, you went to high school. And there's a lot of adult learning that is happening in place. But let me tell you what, if you don't have a vision, you're so stuck and you can't even make a decision that is going to help you even go back to school.
Exactly.
So I am actually really agreeing with you.
You have to agree at the end of the day.
I don't have to. You are convincing me to. And it needs to make sense. If it's not making sense, I'm not moving over.
So you have to have the vision and the purpose.
Yes, you do.
And the right attitude.
Yeah. Attitude is so key because
it's very key.
What we're talking about here today, we are really focusing on career paths
Yes.
or blue-collar jobs that are deemed as negative.
As negative. by
Nobody
the
wants to be
society.
doing that.
Yes.
Yet, those are the things that, by the way, have so much scalability. You can able to perfect it.
Yes.
I mean, do you know how difficult it is to look for a plumber? One who will be on time.
On
A painter
time.
who is creative. I mean, you know how difficult it is to get a driver.
Yes.
Somebody who has got the skill and
yes,
has their papers right. Their DL is renewed.
And who can communicate.
Even, let's not talk, you know, it's January. Right now, people are having issues with nannies and house helps. And there's somebody, I have a friend on Facebook.
Yes.
And he said
She's
something.
not listening.
It's a man, interestingly. And he said,
Yes.
by the way, Ati, a lot of you, your house helps, have not come back because they've been you're the toxic relationship they've been having.
Yes.
So they are so happy that
They are
to
so
leave
happy.
you.
And
you
they're
know.
having a New Year's resolution.
They're having a New Year's resolution.
Not going back to that
Not
mama.
going back to that toxic relationship. Like,
Yes.
there's no way. And you know, this is the time when everybody's looking, so the opportunities are more.
Exactly.
So it is interesting that you're actually majoring and focusing on careers that are looked down upon.
Yes. If you
Jobs
notice,
that are
I'm not
looked
looking
down-
at the
You're
lawyers. I'm not talking
Which is throwing
about
me
them.
and
I'm
a
not
lot of people
talking-
probably off.
And I'm not talking about the HR.
No,
I'm a career
no,
woman.
yes.
But because it has been perceived, you have to be a notch higher.
Yes.
Which is true, but it is not permanent.
Yes, that's true.
We have to remember that where you are pursuing, as long as you have the vision and the purpose of
Yeah.
what you are doing, and of course the right attitude,
Yes.
you will be successful. Because for you to be in a career, you have to be successful, but that's the ultimate goal.
Yes, that's why you're there.
That's
I mean,
why you are
who doesn't want
pursuing that?
success?
Who
Everybody
doesn't
wants
want
success.
Exactly.
It's just that we think that success is we're narrow-minded about success. We don't realize that you can be a successful nanny, a successful nurse. We think that for you to be a success, you have to be a doctor. In fact, you can be a failure of a doctor.
Yes.
Now, I can see that very well based on what you're talking
Exactly,
about.
exactly.
But you can be a success in what it is that you're doing on a day-to-day basis,
And that's a
improve
career.
yourself, create jobs. And so I'm really happy that we've debunked that whole
Because
wrong
you don't
definition.
really need to go to school. What you are doing, the experience
That's
you
where
are
you
having, you
are.
are already in school.
Yes.
You're already
learning.
in school. You are
Yes,
learning.
yes.
And you are learning from the challenges.
Yes.
But the question is, how are you taking your challenges? Are
You're
you
not-
taking them as an opportunity? So it
that's
goes
true.
back to what do you think? And that's why it's always good to have a mentor.
Yeah.
You will be a waitress, but you have a mentor in the hotel industry.
Yeah, because there's always somebody ahead of you.
You get
You
that?
always have a
What's
boss
your
or
vision
something,
as a
yeah.
waiter, for example? Those who are watching me and maybe they are done waiting jobs and so forth. But what's your vision? If you really want to pursue that, do you want to open your own hotel? Meaning you want to perfect that
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because you have the vision and already living the purpose
Yeah.
of it. And above all, don't forget God's purpose in your life. Yeah? So it comes with what you are doing, perfecting with what you are doing. If it is motherhood, if you are the housewife, what people know housewives, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect that.
Perfect it.
Perfect that.
Yes.
You are a career, you are a lawyer, perfect that.
I-
You are a
invest.
HR consultant, perfect that.
it. Yes. Have a
Because I'll give
vision.
an example of myself. I'm a HR consultant, of course. I'm a mother.
Yes.
I'm a student.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a travelpreneur.
What is that?
Travel, as in I love to travel.
And then the preneur part? Oh, okay, sorry. Entra is for business, travel is travel. Okay.
Yeah. So what is it that how am I perfecting all these?
We need to talk about how
areas?
you're perfecting your travel. I'm very interested.
Don't go there. All right. So how am I perfecting?
Yes.
And any other person. You as Anne, what is it that you are doing? Because you are a mother, you are a wife, you are all that
Yes.
in a woman. And how comes you're successful? You
Because
get
I
what I
have a-
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
you just need to know how to balance all this. And that's
yes.
where the success comes in.
Yes.
Because I'm a HR consultant, that's my career when it comes to my professional.
Exactly.
You know, I'm a mother, that's a career.
It's also
I
a
want to
career.
make sure that my children, I have given them their best. I want to see their future. I want to see their fourth generation for that matter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah? When it comes
thinking
to
very
travel,
long-term.
how am I going to pursue
To make it
or
happen.
To
To
make
keep-
it happen.
Yeah.
And
You
make
know,
it better.
Exactly.
Because I have a vision for that. I
Yes.
want to travel the world.
And a lot
Amen.
of amen. And a lot of people feel they get so stuck on this line that travel is expensive, and they stop there, and that is it, and they will never go anywhere outside their village.
No, outside their county. Oh, village, yes, village.
Even at least county is better. You know? But you see what? It's actually just lack of a vision. Yes. Lack of a vision, you know, because you can move out of your village to the next village.
Yes.
You can plan for that. Yes, it's gonna cost you money, but you can actually plan to actually make that money.
Yes.
So that you can be able to to do it. And if you don't have a job, you can do, you know, it's so important to have a vision.
It's a career for me. I'll talk about vision plus purpose plus positive attitude.
Yeah, plus
Equals
those three things.
Equals
Yes,
a successful career.
Yes.
I'm repeating them, right?
You're repeating them a
yes,
lot,
yes,
and
yes,
I'm
because you
getting
can't do without them. You can't do without a vision.
Yes.
And now that we are talking about career women, women, we have to be filled. We have to be filled with wisdom.
Yes. Okay.
You have to be wise. You have to be wise.
So tell us, what are the challenges that, you know, I'm happy that with that, we're done with the definition. It is very nicely broad.
That was more than definition, actually.
So when we come back, I'd like us to talk about the challenges that one faces when they, did you want to be a career woman, or have you just found yourself as one?
I have found myself and a career woman, and to understand what career I am in every field.
Okay, so let's take a break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Viewers, please keep it here. Thank you. Welcome back, viewers. We're so happy that you're joining us once more for the second part of today's show. We're discussing career women, and we're going to just continue. Let us know if you have any questions or comments, whether you agree with them or not. The number to use, the SMS line, is 21144, 21144, and we're also on Facebook Live. The handle to follow is GBS Kenya. Thank you so much. So Josephine,
yes,
you were talking about the challenges that come. First of all, before we even go to that, your definition means that there are career men and career women.
Yes.
I don't know why there seems to be a lot of focus on career women, but there's something you said earlier that really got me thinking. You said that when a woman succeeds,
yes,
she attracts attention.
Yes, she attracts attention.
Please elaborate.
When a woman succeeds, she attracts attention, unlike when a man succeeds. Many may not agree with me, few may agree with me. Few may not agree with me, many will agree with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Reason being, to my understanding, when a woman succeeds, she attracts attention because women, we are not perceived that we can be successful.
That's a very negative thing.
Yes,
and
it's
very
a negative
untrue
thing. So the moment a woman raises up the bar,
yes,
she attracts that. Who is this? Who is she? Where does she come from? Who are the people? Who does she work with? Who is around her? And so forth. But for a man, when a man succeeds, it's obvious.
It's a given.
It's
like
given.
As expected.
They were purpose. It's God's purpose for them to work.
In fact,
and
the
provide.
opposite is true. When a man fails, sometimes they do generate attention.
Yes.
Like that. Society wants men to.
And more or less, they're discriminated.
Yes.
More or less, they're unlike a woman. Yeah.
You mean we? That is so negative. So
No, men are
failure in women is
discriminated, I'm
acceptable. Society does not mind.
Secondly, for a woman to be successful, there is a man behind her.
Is that a myth? That is a myth. That's
another myth.
Yeah, that's
you see? So she will attract attention. How is she successful? How has she made it there?
In fact, there's this this slogan about behind every successful man, there is a woman. Why isn't it that behind every successful woman, there's a man? Why? What is this behind you?
You'll see couples taking photos even in the studio when a woman is behind.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Literally.
So the man is a successful one, the woman is behind.
I'm successful because you are behind, yeah? So when a woman succeeds, she attracts attention.
Okay.
Yeah? Because again, people now get to dig deeper. Who is she? Is she married? Who is the husband? And so forth.
You know, one thing that I noticed, she attracts attention.
Yes.
But when people look at her, unfortunately, rather than focus on the success of her career and what it is that has led her there, they look for the shortcomings.
Leave alone that, they look at her as a person.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking, who is she? Where does she come from?
Yeah.
How did she do it? It's not about the success.
It's not about what she has done.
It's the her.
Yes.
It's the person.
And then they start pulling her down.
And that's where now we fail and we start pulling.
Yes.
And at times, that's why now that this is a career woman, women, we are enemies of ourselves.
Yeah, because sometimes we're the ones who do that to each other.
We pull ourselves down.
Yes.
I'll look at Anne, you have succeeded and so forth. I will not look at how you did it for you to attain the success, which should be the ultimate and very, should be
What
objective.
can I learn from you? Exactly.
How can I learn from you? I should ask myself, why have I not made it? Why Anne? How old is she? We are age mates.
Yeah.
She's married. She's a mother. I'm a mother. Other than looking at how did she
get there,
how was she, yes, what motivated her, who mentors her, and so forth. Now I start looking at who is she,
where does she live,
and who is the husband,
who's the husband, oh, hey, does she have children, how are they,
I mean what's the level of her education? So you find
very unrelated things.
And at times, the attention is positive and negative at the same time.
Yes.
But again, it calls for a mature person to get to know. I'm not going to focus at Anne. Anne is just a vessel. I'll just look at Anne, but I will look at the success. How did she made it there?
Exactly.
How comes she's the successful host?
Yes.
How comes she's international? I mean, she's known internationally as the best host.
Yes.
I would like to be in her program.
Yes.
It's not about her locks.
Yeah. Oh, and her hair. She doesn't.
It's not about.
And that dress of hers.
Smart.
In fact, that dress, it does not fit her. In fact, those shoes she's wearing are so outdated. You know, her lipstick
should have done better.
In fact, her face. She needs to be
So
wearing
we are
makeup.
enemies of
we
ourselves.
start talking about other unrelated issues because the success has already. You know,
it has attracted
it has
attention.
Intimidated,
yes, it
or
has
made you feel
it
has lowered your esteem or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when a man succeeds, at times it's obvious.
Yeah.
That we expected of him. He's doing a good job.
As a society, we definitely need to change that.
But how many women, or rather, let me just say, how many people clap for the women?
Yeah.
And Maki, you'll find most of the men are the ones who are behind women's success. Men are the ones who will clap for a successful woman. However much they will feel intimidated, however much they will feel oppressed and so forth, but we find the majority will.
Is that the only response? They'll feel intimidated and oppressed?
More or less.
Successful.
More or less, but we find there are men who will stand, who will want to be connected with this particular woman. Why? To overrule them, to come above them.
Really?
If she made it, I can do better. I need to know what she did. I need to know who is working with her.
Okay.
And you find they will like not to copy paste.
Exactly.
Which is a good thing.
They're coming to learn with an aim of doing better.
Yes.
Okay.
For me, I will call
competitive, it's okay.
Yes, competitive, it's okay.
It's okay. But I like, you know, women are very different in that sense when it comes to men. When women see a successful man, they're actually happy to celebrate him.
Yes.
But when they see a successful woman, they're happy to see the gaps or the imperfections or whatever and pull her down. I think that as women, we really, really must change that.
Yes, that's an area we really need to work on. Yes. We really need to be sisters. We really need to be very happy about your success. Yes. And ask us ourselves, how comes Anne has reached where she has reached? How comes Josephine has reached where she has reached? Yes. What is it that she has done? Yes. Yeah? We really need to be very, very positive and not subjective. We just be very objective when we are looking at our successful women. Can she mentor me? I have mentees because of my success in different areas, in HR, in business. Yes. I have different mentees. Exactly. And the question is, how have you made it? For me, I like that question. Not that I'm perfect, not that I have done it all, not that I'm over successful and so forth.
But up to where you are,
yes, up to where you are. Look at me that up to where you have reached, how have you made it? Exactly. I look at you, Anne, up to where you have reached, how have you made it? Exactly. Please tell me how I can better myself, because your field and my field are different. Exactly. But what is it that I can acquire? What skills are these that I can acquire that I can better myself? Exactly. That's how we need to approach so that we are all successful, because career comes with success. You cannot be a career woman and you're not successful unless you know you are successful in your figures. Okay, let's talk about no, you cannot be exactly. No. Yeah. So for you to get the term career woman, you've got to be successful. Yes. Now, when you talk about successful, I think we already talked about it earlier. It's that you've got to be an expert in that field. In what you're pursuing. And I like that you had earlier said that it doesn't necessarily have to be monetary based, because you can be this awesome housekeeper who, of course, maybe you're earning more, but you see, you won't be earning as much as a CEO or whatever. So it can't just be about, it's just that you have excelled in something, you're successful in what it is that you're doing. Yes. Even if you're a mama mboga who is successful, maybe she does record keeping or whatever, she's been able to grow if you're in business. So, okay. Because ultimately, you'll get that reward, the money. But let money not be the first thing that is driving you. Exactly. To be successful. So if you're not successful, you cannot be a career woman or a career person. How now? Now, you know,
what then? You must define success then.
You know, for me, I'll put it,
Because
let's be
it's so
positive.
subjective.
Let's live positively. Let's be positive in this.
Okay. So
You
what
get?
is success
Let's be
then?
positive in this, in the sense that you want to be a career one because you want to be successful.
Yes.
So, and I said, career, it's what you are pursuing. You will be a housewife, but are you doing it better? You get now? And again, you have to understand who you are.
Yes. And let's break it down for the viewers and for myself so that we get it. You see, you keep talking about if you're successful, you have a vision.
Yes.
If you're a career person who is successful, you have a vision, you have a purpose, and you got a right attitude.
Yes.
So if you find that these three are lacking, then you cannot define yourself as successful.
How will you be successful in what you're doing?
Exactly. If you don't have a
You'll
vision,
be full of, you're failing in this area, you're failing in this area, I can't make it self, full of fear, your self-esteem is down, and so forth.
But you'll be so
everyone
surprised.
is a career
person.
Yes.
But you're going to be so surprised that a lot of people don't have a vision. You know?
Or they have it, but they don't know they have it.
Oh yeah, probably. They've not been able to articulate it, or it's not clear in their head.
Exactly.
A lot of people have the wrong attitude. That one we can talk about forever.
Yes.
Let's just not even. And you know, I keep saying, because I have luckily I'm in a position where I usually look for people to work together with me, to be part of my team. I would rather work with somebody, even if it is a house help, who has got a good attitude, but low in skill. You can always learn a skill.
Exactly.
But attitude, it takes too long to teach you about attitude.
I have that as a principle.
Impossible almost, you know.
Doing recruitment, I have that as a principle. Doing recruitment, for me, I hire attitude. I train skill.
Good. I think
I don't hire skill.
Yeah.
I hire attitude, I train skill. Because you'll have someone who has the right skills, but the attitude is negative. And I'm telling you, how will the person learn? Or even teach you? Yeah. How will the person, especially if it is this managerial position and so forth, the leadership position, how will they mentor the team to grow my business, to grow the organization? Yes. Yeah. So higher attitude, train the skill.
Exactly. Yes. And you see, it means that if you want to be a successful, and the good thing about success is that it is not fixated. It keeps. You can be successful today, tomorrow you're more successful. It increases. Yeah. Yes. So let's not like get stuck on defining it so much. But let's just say that if you want to continuously be successful, your attitude really counts. Yeah.
And don't mind your naysayers. Your naysayers, you can't make us, and so forth. Okay. You can't.
They're always there.
They're always there.
Yeah, they're always there. And what you need to do is know how to overcome them. Yes. And just not focus on them. Yes. You know, focus on your vision, focus on your purpose, and focus on your attitude. Even your attitude towards the naysayers. Yes. Because if you also spend too much time with them, really, you're going to be less successful because you'll be out of your core.
Also, the myth. The myths are so many. Just don't focus on them.
Yeah,
don't focus on the myths. Yes, there are so many. Yes. That a career woman cannot achieve this. A career woman cannot, and that's when now the question comes in: how did she make it? Again, it becomes now personalized. How did she make it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Which is not it's not supposed to be that way.
It's thank God she made it. Tell us how.
Exactly.
You know, not how did she, like it was impossible, now she did, so let's try and figure out what it is that she didn't know. Yeah. It's celebrate her, and then what can we learn from her?
What can we learn? Yeah.
And that's going to be very encouraging and uplifting. And you know what? It goes both ways for men and women. Yeah. Because you can be a career man, you can be a career woman. Yes. But I like what you're saying, that it is at all levels of life.
Yes, at all levels. Yes.
Yeah. You know, people have a lot of problems with house helps, with mechanics,
and because those are the most important people.
Because they don't see themselves that way. How can we turn it around so that they're able to see themselves that way? Even there's this generation that, I don't know whether it's called Z or whatever,
Z.
Where,
the new one.
Yeah, it's like they don't even want to communicate to you that maybe they need leave.
Yes.
Or they want something. It's an attitude problem, or it's I don't know what it is, or it's an age problem. You know, tell us, how can they change their perception so that they see themselves as career people?
They need to get out of the cocoon, get out of the box.
Yes.
They need to know how, they need first to identify who has really made it in this line.
Yeah.
Because you'll find some gospel ministers, the artists, the musicians and all that, they're those who started as housewives.
I know, I've talked to some
They're
of
those
them,
who started as house helps. Yes. And right now they are
at the top.
So you'll find their music is their career.
Exactly. And
because they want to own an agency, a music, the studio, and all that, and all that. So it's getting to know, if you are a house help, get to know who is this, who was and is where they are right now. Well, how did they read? Let people read materials. Let people read material. What is happening in the society, especially the successful people. Thank God of the technology. Google.
Exactly.
Get to know, so that you are able to know, I'm not going to be stuck in this place for all the years, just bringing up other people's children, whereas mine are in the village.
I know.
Which is, it's okay, but perfect what you are doing. Get to know who are these that made it. They were and they are where they are already successful. But the history has it that so-and-so was a housewife. And right now is a director of a certain organization, including a bureau, including a cleaning agency.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes.
So for me, I would say it's get out, people to get out of the box. They get to know what is happening out there. And they really research on the people who have really made it in life, in what they want to pursue.
And they'll be very surprised at the kind of professions. And I'd like us to make a distinction between career and profession, because when you say that some of the gospel artists or some of the musicians were house helps, it means that you can be a house help, but you're a musician. It's just that you're taking a bit of time for the music to come out. So there's a difference between career and profession.
Yes, and this is how I'll define it. For me, I'll define career, of course, you leave a legacy.
Yes.
Yeah, leave a legacy in that. But a profession, it's something that you'll need every now and then to up the game. I cannot add my profession to you. But my career in whatever I'm pursuing, I can mentor people and leave legacy if I am to leave planet Earth. So career will leave a legacy. That's how I'll define it. And a profession, it's something that you keep. It's something that you are learning every day. You are learning something new. If it is HR, this is the profession. What is it that I'm learning in it? But what's my career ultimately? What's my career path inside the profession itself? And also so I have to leave legacy, and that's where the mentees comes to play. So that I would say, okay, fine, I'll leave Prestine HRNG for someone else to run.
Exactly. And you know what? Just from our conversation, it is already very clear that people have more than one career. So career is actually higher than profession, because you can be, you know, for example, you're in the HR industry, you're a HR professional, but when you look at yourself and your career, you look at you look at yourself as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as a travelpreneur,
as a
you
mother.
Look at yourself as a mother, and when you're talking about career, these are the things that come to your mind. So it's actually very good to differentiate yourself so that you don't get stuck. At where you're at right now.
And again, it comes with balancing. How do you balance all that?
Exactly.
Now that we're talking about career women, how do we balance?
Because that also is something that is said to be a challenge, that career women, is it true? Career women, are they imbalanced in a way? Do they have a good work-life balance, or you've got?
I'll say that's on an individual.
It depends.
It depends. Because if you know who you are and what you are working on, in the morning you leave at 6:30 to go pursue what you want to work on, meetings and so forth, and come to the studio and all that. But when you are back home, what do you do? Forget about the studio, forget about what you did the whole day.
My other career.
Pursue your other career that you, as a mother, check on your children's homework, how was school and so forth. If it is reaching out to their teachers, how was school, how comes my son is doing this or my daughter is doing 1, 2, 3, 4, pursue that. Reason being, at times when we go back home, we have minimum time with our families.
We do.
And we need to perfect that area. We need to perfect that career at home to be a good mother.
But you know what? We need to discuss
so we have to
that.
balance.
Let me just focus a little bit there. Is it possible to have both of them successful, or is it quite a challenge?
It is a challenge. At the same time, it is successful, because you find
does that
more or less
does that
it
apply
cannot
to
be
women
equal.
only?
No. Also
even
to
for
men, because you will find there are strong fathers out there, there are strong daddies out there who are not married, but they are the so-called single dads and so forth. But you find one may suffer. But that's where the balancing comes to play, because you find most of the times we are out there looking for money. We are out there looking for money, and we have little time with our families. But the thing is, how do you balance so that at least this particular side of it does not suffer? Are your children seeing you more often? And if at all you are too busy, because you'll find there are those who travel for jobs outside. They go to Naivasha for a training and so forth. Like me, at times I may even go to Mombasa for a training and so forth. It is spent like 3 days, 4 days, I'm not with my family. But when I come back, what's my purpose?
What's your plan?
How am I
You're going to recover.
How am I going to recover that? So that they feel there's no gap.
Yes.
That I give myself more time with them. It may be a whole day. I need to take an off, just that one day.
To just try and recoup the lost time.
How was it and so forth. So that they now feel, even when mom is out there, even when my mom is out, when she comes back, and you'll find the children that are well trained, they'll say, let's wait for mom when she comes back. Yeah, they're contented with what they're doing because they know when you have time, you give your all. And how do you communicate with your family as a career woman? Do you tell them what you do when you leave in the morning? Do your children know what you do when you leave in the morning? Even your husband, does he know what you do when you leave in the morning? Where do you go to? Yes. Yeah, and what I normally advise, my
you might be finding it out on social media at 9 o'clock news, and you're wondering,
and you can imagine your son reading it. Yeah,
it's terrible.
I always advise my my partners that have a day where your employees bring in their family, bring in your children at work.
For them to get an understanding.
Once in a year, twice in a year or so forth. So that now you take them through what you do. When mommy leaves work, this is where she comes. Or this is where she goes. This is what she does. This is her desk. You know, you are bringing them up to get to know there's something else that mommy does. Not only coming home and yelling, screaming and so forth. And of course, she has come with shopping. She has brought chocolate and so forth. But where is she getting the money to do all this? So there are times we confuse our children. But the thing is, do your people know, the people you live with, what you do when you leave in the morning?
And let me tell you, if we're able to do that as a country, it's going to if people could do that more, it would help even with the corruption issue. Yes. Because a lot of things that you cannot explain, you really wouldn't want to get rid of them because of the fact that they are unexplainable.
Yes.
Or you're ashamed about it, or whatever, you know.
How ethical are you as a career woman?
Because before your children, who wants to look corrupt before their children?
Nobody.
Yeah. So if you put them in the front of your mind and think about them and think about how you want them to perceive you and what you want to leave as a legacy to them, you know, some of these things might impact your day-to-day decisions.
Exactly. So it's getting...
I wanted to, before we forget about it, I wanted to really say, you know, we talk about work-life balance a lot as career women or high professional or whatever, but sometimes we actually, I feel for house helps, because you know you talked about the fact that they're here looking after your children, and then they can't do it for themselves. What are some of the things that we can do to better it for them? Can we make, if being a house help is a career, what should I do to make it so for my house help? In terms of time off, in terms of salary, in terms of work-life balance, in terms of culture at work. As a HR person, you know you're very skilled in that. What should I do?
What you should do, and those who are viewing,
almost everybody, because this is a culture of the country.
Every now and then have a sitting with your house help. Because what we normally do is we source for them, they come, we pick them from the bus stop and so forth. At times we call for a Uber or we put them in a matatu, you'll alight at this place, I'll call so and so to pick you. But the moment they reach your house, how do you induct them? The induction process. Do you have induction process in your house? Or it's just introduction? This is the bedroom, this is the kitchen, this is the makeup, this is how you switch on the gas and so forth. But how do we induct them? Because it should take you a whole week. Not scolding them or yelling. Because again, they have to come and make sure that that's your culture in your home. How is the culture here at home? Let them understand who you are, who is your husband, who are your children, what is that your children like, how do you like your food cooked and so forth. So every now and then, after like a month, have a sitting with them. How has the experience been?
Because you do have those
Have you talked with your children? Have you talked with your family back at home? Show concern. Show concern. Not about now your career. The moment you leave the house being a career woman, as the society know you are a career woman because you are a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, and so forth. But back at home, who are you? So let them know this is what I do. So they also get to understand what is it that you like. Have a talk with them. What do you want to do after
Help
you
them
live
develop
here?
that vision for themselves. Because to be honest, a lot of them are challenged in that area.
They are challenged.
But you, the employer, might have that skill. Sit down with them. Get a vision out of them.
Get a vision out of them. Because some of them, they really don't know what they want in life. Because they have been oppressed from the back at home and so forth. They only want just to get money. Some of them are strong moms. They just want to get money to send back home for the children to to go.
just have
Like
food,
what I normally do with
and
my
you know
house
what?
help.
That needs to be your parting shot because time is up, girl.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
So, all right. So it's get to understand what is it that they want to achieve,
Yes.
and get walk with them so that they achieve what they want to
Their
achieve,
passion,
and as
yeah.
well give them off.
Yes.
If it is Sunday, if it is Saturdays, give them off. Let them go visit the family, or they do whatever they like doing, so that again they can rejuvenate. When they're coming back at work,
fresh.
that is in your house, they are fresh. Yes.
Pay them well.
Pay them well.
There's a
And again,
minimum
it's not
wage.
about paying. It's not about the salary. Because
Yeah.
you'll pay
Oh,
them
yeah.
7,000, but how are you treating them?
Exactly.
How are you treating them? Are you giving them packs? Now that we are taking children to school, there are those that, like my house help, is taking a child to Form 1. But I have to give her something.
Exactly.
It's not school fee. But I gave her something so that at least it will help her either buy books, buy shoes, or buy a bag.
Exactly.
Yes. It's
We
about
need
the
to
packs.
empower those
Yes.
that are the career women that are around us. We need to empower them.
And making sure that you treat them well, so that when they leave your house, they're not going to another house to be employed.
Exactly.
They are either going to open a grocery or a business, and so forth.
You're helping them to grow. Thank you so
Yes.
much, viewers. It's been a pleasure having you. And yeah, I celebrate all the career women out there. Let's keep it up, and let us empower those who do not know they are career women, so that they can be able to know. And of course, we work on their vision, their purpose, and their attitude. Thank you so
Yes.
much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.